Hello guys, and in this video we will discuss the props. So props is very important part of the React Native, and props we use in React and React Native both. So by definition props is short for properties. Props let customize React components. So here prop example is given. So we try to understand this, and we will also implement with the Visual Studio Code. So here prop example is given in both languages. You are using JavaScript or you are using TypeScript. In our example we will use the TypeScript, and the React Native component we are using here. So text and view we are using in this example. So we will import the text and view, and here we are using the two components. One is the cat component and another is the cafe components. And in this example we are passing the values of the cafe component into the cat component with the help of the prop. So a little difference in the JavaScript and TypeScript is that the example is same here, only the difference is here the type. We are declaring here the props type we are using here. So let's try to understand the props with the practical example. So we are using here a app component. So how we use the props and what is the purpose of the props in React Native? So props actually we use for passing value from one component to another component. Suppose I am taking here a second component, and name of this component is, suppose I am taking my data. So this is the new component, and in the previous example we understand about the JSX, how we use in React Native. So suppose I am declaring here a variable, suppose the name, suppose I am taking here a variable, and in this variable I am storing, so I am taking here a name India, and with the JSX we can use here. So suppose I am taking here India is a great country, and suppose I want to use this variable inside here. So we can use this variable here like this. With the help of the JSX we use here curly braces, and inside this we can use the name of the variable. And suppose I run this application. So we run this command. So you can see here the variable value is displaying here. So this is a one component, app component. Suppose I want to use this variable inside the another component. So here can I use this? So suppose I am taking here, removing this message and taking here name. Can I use this? So it will show a error message because we cannot use one component variable inside another component without props. So now here the role of the props, because with the help of the props we can use one component variable inside the another component. So suppose I want to use this variable inside the my data. So how I can use this component? So you can use this component like this. Inside the angle bracket I am using here my data, and here I want to use this name. So I am taking here a another variable name, and inside here, so we are using here a TypeScript, so we cannot directly use here. So first of all we need to declare the type of the name. So we just need to type here type. So in the TypeScript we will declare the type of the variable here which we want to pass as a props. So we want to use here my data props. So we can use here like this. So actually this is the name of the props, and here just curly braces, and here we will declare the name as a, so we are declaring here name as a string type. So we will declare here type string. So we are using here my data as a small letter. So component we cannot declare in the small letter. So we will take here my data like this. So like this we will use the props. So we are using the name as a string type. So we will type script we are using here. So we will declare the type of this. So if you are using JavaScript, you need not require to declare the type of the variable we are using in the props. So here now I want to run this. Suppose I want to print the props here. Now save this and check here. So here you can check that props name India is a great country is showing here. So now you can use the property of name inside the another component in my data. So you can type here props dot name. So now you can use this component like this. Now save this and here the message is displaying here India is a great country. So the last message is display from the my data component. So you can change this message here also. Suppose you want to pass the multiple variable as a prop. So you can pass this as like here. So suppose you want to pass here multiple variable as a prop. So you just pass here like this. You can take this variable here and just equal, and in the JSX brackets you can pass here like this. So we are using address as a another string type variable. So we will declare this variable here also. So we just need here comma, and we will use the address is also a string type, and another variable job we are using here string type. So we just declare this. So we will declare it also here. So all the variable we will declare here. So another variable is here job. So we just give space here and just pass here job. So like this you can pass here multiple variables, and we can use here. So the names and the second, now the after dot you will see here all the variable will be show here. So the address you want to display here, and you want to display the job. So we just type here job. So like this you can use in the another component. So I just save this. So you can see here all the message is showing here. So suppose I just comment this line, and now the message will be display just in the another component. Yeah, so first message is displaying from the our app component, and the last three message is displaying from the my data component. So we are using these variable as a props. So we can use the props in the single class, or you can use the props in the another class. So suppose I want to pass the props in the another class. So first of all we will take here a another class. So just I am taking here name my. So we are taking here name my components, and we just remove here this code, and will display the message in the another component. So we just export here my component, and here we will take the name of the component as a my component. Yeah, so now we are using here my component. So first of all, we need to import this component inside the app.js component. So here we are using the app.tsx component. So we need to import here. So we are importing here from, and here we just type the name of the component. So component name is, just type here like this, ./my component. So we just need to take here another line, and I am taking here my data. So here you can take another component, my component, and in this component you can also pass this data. So now I am saving this, and before this display I am displaying here message. This is my component, and the same message we will use in the my data, and this is we are using inside the class as a component. So the same message we will display here. This is my data component, and now I am saving this code. So just check what will happen. Yeah, so you can check that all the components data is displaying here. So the first message is displaying from the welcome in coding Gyaan, and the second message, this is my data. So now we are displaying this component my data. This message is displaying from the my data, and the last message, this is my component. So this is displaying in the my component. We have already discussed in the previous lecture of the component, the order is not matter here. We can just use this component before this component, at the top of the component, anywhere you can use it. So like this, we just save it. So now the my component will be display before the my data component, and we can also use this component inside the another component. Suppose you want to pass this value in the my data component, so you can copy here and you can use here, but you need to pass the value from the props. So just I am copying this and passing here, just address and copy the job here. So like this. Now I save the code. So you can check that all the component data is displaying here, because now we are using my component inside the my data component. So you can use any component inside the in any component. So all the components are independent of each other, so you can freely use any component inside any another component. So friend, I hope this video is very helpful for understanding the props. So in the next lecture we will discuss about the states and what is the difference between the state and the prop. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching.